clear skies. As listeners are well aware, we're into third, fourth day of a fire that still remains largely out of control. Only about 10% contained. The SOBERANES fire that started last Friday morning, probably in the night, Thursday night, Friday morning, and currently a massive effort. CAL FIRE, U.S. Forestry Service, cooperating with local agencies. And Rosemary, I could share just some of the resources that are currently being deployed. We're over 2,200 firefighters, 210 engine units, 42 crews, 14 helicopters, 6 air tankers, 56 bulldozers, and 20 water tenders. And there's been evacuations in different communities, the most notable Palo, Colorado, part of the Carmel Highlands, Rocky Creek Road, Bixby Creek Road from Highway 1 south to Mesa Road. So it's a big fire event, and I attended briefings yesterday morning at Toro Park, which is where the command center has been set up in Salinas. And then last night there was a community meeting attended by about 300 people at the Carmel River School, and that also featured reports from the Coordinated Command of CAL FIRE, U.S. Forestry, Office of Emergency Services, and I would say most of the residents in attendance, they were curious about specifics about evacuation areas, what are the projected timetables to contain the fire, etc. And there were some residents there who had lost their homes. About 20 homes are reported lost, mostly in the upper Palo, Colorado area.
It's heartbreaking, Bill. For a lot of us listening, many people have been through situations, perhaps not losing their home, but have been in situations when there's been a fire. Then at times like this, we feel that we can't do very much because we're here, the fire is there, and the experts have got their hands on it. Is there anything that the listening public can do to assist in any way?
Well, it's a great question, Rosemary. The Red Cross is running an evacuation center at the Carmel Middle School and joined by the SPCA. They have reported they don't need material support at this point, but there are some special funds, and I think it's important to note that there's been some of these flash fundraising things on the internet that are bogus, people taking advantage of the tragedy to try to con people out of money. So the Community Foundation for Monterey County has set up a special fund. That's obviously a reputable organization, and the Coastal Property Owners Association in Big Sur, also a recognized nonprofit that raised funds during the Big Sur fire incident, the Piper Ridge incident a couple of years ago that took 30 homes. So I would just encourage listeners that want to be helpful, if it's a contribution, to make sure it's to one of the recognized sources and not one of these pop-ups that may show up on your computer. Other than that, I think the main message last night, it was really, in my view, a reassuring message from CAL FIRE. I'm so impressed with it's really like a military campaign. Most of these leadership CAL FIRE forestry folks, they've worked together before. They're very methodical. My first question to them at the briefing yesterday morning was, do you have adequate resources? And they said an unequivocal yes. We have the resources we need. We just need the cooperation of the public. If they designate an area as a standby warning for evacuation, people need to be prepared. And if there is an order of evacuation, they pointed out one of the reasons for that is to allow equipment to get into an area so that they might save that resident's home who's been ordered to evacuate. So I would say the mantra, the takeaway from last night's meeting for the public is the need to cooperate, to be patient, and I think they instilled a high level of confidence that these guys and women they know what they're doing. They're professional firefighters, although they did talk about the very rugged conditions of this fire, the changing winds, and the inaccessible terrain in some of the back country. But I'm just so impressed. I mentioned last night at the community meeting, when I took office in 2008, the firefighting budget for CAL FIRE was about $50 million a year. It's now over $950 million, and if necessary, we'll use state reserves to supplement it. As you know, Rosemary, two big fires going on right now in California, and we're early in what is the normal fire season for California. 5 years of drought, everything is dry, and I guess the other shout out to residents is people need to be very careful. No open fires, don't flick cigarettes out of cars, and we're in a tinderbox in California right now.
No kidding. Now, if one is to, for those people who are not super familiar with the Big Sur area, Bill,